Hi my friends, welcome back. This is A Course in Miracles, lesson 25. Please grab some tea, get cozy, and let's do this lesson together. So let's do it. Lesson 25. I do not know what anything is for. Purpose is meaning. Today's idea explains why nothing you see means anything. You do not know what is for, therefore it is meaningless to you. Everything is for your own best interests. That's what it is for. That is its purpose. That is what it means. It is in recognizing this that your goals become unified. It is in recognizing this that what you see is given meaning. So every single thing is for our own best interests. That is its purpose. And when we recognize this, our goals become unified. You perceive the world and everything in it as meaningful in the terms of ego goals. These goals have nothing to do with your own best interests because the ego is not you. This false identification makes you incapable of understanding what anything is for. As a result, you are bound to misuse it. When you believe this, you try to withdraw the goals you have assigned to the world instead of attempting to reinforce them. So while we still identifying our goals with the ego goals, we will not be able to see exactly the meaning. Because remember, the ego is like the lens of the glasses, is like the filter we see through. So another way of describing the goals you now perceive is to say that they all concern with personal interests. Since you have no personal interests, your goals are really concerned with nothing. In cherishing them, therefore, you have no goals at all, and thus you do not know what anything is for. Before you can make any sense out of the exercise for today, one more thought is necessary. At the most superficial levels, you do recognize purpose, but on the superficial levels. Yet, purpose cannot be understood at these levels. So we recognize purpose, but on the superficial. But superficial is not enough to really understand. For example, you do understand that a telephone is for the purpose of talking to someone who is not physically in your immediate vicinity. What you do not understand is what you want to reach him for. And it is this that makes your contact with him meaningful or not. It is crucial to your learning to be willing to give up the goals you have established for everything. I'm gonna read that again. It is crucial to your learning to be willing to give up the goals you have established for everything. The recognition that they are meaningless rather than good or bad is the only way to accomplish this. The idea for today is a step in this direction. So the idea for today is a step on this direction, which is willingness of giving up the goals that we have established for everything. That's the step. The recognition that the things are meaningless, nor good or bad, meaningless. So 6 practice periods, each of 2 minutes duration, are required. Each practice should begin with a slow repetition of the idea for today. followed by looking about you, and let your glance rest on whatever happens to catch your eye, near or far, important or unimportant, human or no human. With your eyes resting on each subject, you so select, say for example, I do not know what this chair is for. I do not know what this pencil is for. I do not know what this hand is for. Say this quite slowly without shifting your eyes from the subject until you have completed the statement about it. Then move on to the next subject and apply today's idea as before. So I'd like to give some examples today that's happening right now that I am seeing. As we say, I do not know what this object is for. You can have like some kind of agreement. Yes, I do not know. Or you can feel, yes, I know what a pen is for. But I'll give you an example. I bought some paintings from a store like 2 years ago with a project in mind, and then the project ended up not going the way I thought was going. And then these paints are very bright colors, and I didn't use them until now, and my birthday is coming up next week, and then I'm going to use these paintings that I bought 2 years ago for my birthday. I'm going to do like a birthday art party. So the people are gonna come here, gonna do some paintings. And when I bought these paintings 2 years ago, I had no idea that I was going to do that today. Oh, I mean this week. I had no idea about that. That thought that haven't crossed my mind, not even slightly. And so when I bought that paintings, I could have said that I do not know what this painting is for, because I thought I knew, but I didn't. And then now I'm going to use for something else. So it's like this willingness to recognize that we have no idea how things are going to unfold. This idea to be willing to be open for things to unfold, and to be open for new perceptions and new ways to see. So yeah, that's my little example. So yeah, I do not know what this painting is for. And I have no idea, actually. I will use for that, and then maybe there is some other purpose or meaning behind that I don't know. So that's my example. So let's do the practice together. So I invite you to close your eyes, to take a deep breath, to settle in, to be still within your practice, within yourself. And now you can open your eyes. And during 2 minutes, we are going to look around us. And whatever your eyes rest, you can choose without any order of importance an object or a subject. And you are going to repeat, I do not know what this, fill the blank, is for. And while you say, you still rest your eyes on the object. And when you finish, you can move to the second thing. I do not know what this, fill the blank, is for. Go to the next thing. I do not know what this, fill the blank, is for. And go to the next thing. I do not know what this, fill the blank, is for. And you can go to the next thing. I do not know what this is for. Keep a look around you, near and far, without any order of importance. Choose the next thing. I do not know what this is for. You could even say about your body, I do not know what this is for. And that is one practice. So the practice is pretty simple. We are going to look around with your eyes open. We are going to select an object, a subject, and say, I do not know what this is for. And then you go to the next thing and the next thing for 2 minutes. And we did one practice, so we need 5 more today. Maybe you could do like every 2 hours or something like that. And then if you want to, you can even put some alarms on your phone to remember when to do the practice. And whatever is going on, like you could be brushing your teeth, cooking dinner, take care of something on your work, on your home, you can say, I do not know what this is for. And that's it. Pretty simple. I hope you have an amazing day today. I hope you have great time with your practices. And I see you again tomorrow. Bye bye.